G'day everybody, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3, and welcome back to the Wizard Tower. Ramazith's Tower, or whatever it's called. I probably not pronouncing it correctly. But anyway, we have unwittingly activated the security system in our frantic attempt to try and figure out how to disable these arcana barriers down below. Luckily, we do still have Aelin here. The last thing I want, though, is for her to die. But also, yeah, we've got cannons that are susceptible to some kind of thunder and lightning damage, if I'm not mistaken. Or lightning damage, rather. So it shouldn't be too difficult to destroy these things, but we do have the medium toughness, you know, feature on it, which means that we need to be dealing a hell of a lot of damage to it before we can even, you know, make a dent. And I don't know if that's going to be a problem for us. It might be. If it is a problem, then we're going to have to sort of work our way back to where we were and not activate the security system, obviously. So I need a 22. This will give us 6 to 48. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to do this. And what is this? A level 3 spell slot, which means that we can do it 3 times. Potentially, we could just simply take this one out. Very good. So that's 1 down. And I don't know what kind of range these things have. But I'll leave blue there. Let's see. Now would be a good time for chain lightning, but obviously that's not an option. Target's blocked.
No holding back.
Witch Bolt could be decent. We do have an angle here. 95% chance. Or do we go for that one? I'm thinking we go for this one because I want to see if Dame Aelin will be able to actually do some work on this one, so we don't have to expend anything. Good times, good times. So a couple more, and we should be done. Will Ursa be able to do like 22 damage to the thing? Probably not. So we may as well just move her back here. Gale.
Destroyer.
I don't know. Gale probably won't be able to reach anything.
Forever dauntless.
Let's just move Will up this way.
Making my move.
And
Swords
Gale,
meet sorcery.
can you now move this way? Yes, you can.
Pawn to cleric 4.
The problem is whether or not I'll be able to actually hit anything. I think we might be able to. Yeah, I think that's a decent option. We've already opened the cabinet anyway, so it's not like we're going to lose out on anything. Let's do that. Or do I do this? Target is blocked. Yeah, let's do this, see what happens. Good times, good times.
Blood comes easy these days. The blade will not bend.
She's thinking about it. Thinking about it for a very long time, though. Okay. She didn't even do anything. That's okay, I guess. Perhaps maybe she doesn't even have enough damage to, you know, to get there.
By your command.
Let's see. Jaheira actually does not have any decent options for lightning. Well, she's got cold lightning here. But she won't be able to reach. Which is problematic. That's a very strange effect there. I don't know if that's a bug. Potentially. I don't think I can really do too much, and perhaps maybe we should just save on our spell slots. Healing-wise, I think we will be doing a short rest after this anyway, considering all of the spell slots we're expending and the health that we've already lost, so I don't think she really needs to do anything. Perhaps maybe we can just do a dash to try and get slightly closer. Holy fire, okay. Let's not step into the holy fire. Maybe end there. And I suppose I should be able to portal my way out here. But I don't know if we really have what it takes. We could do Winter's Breath if we're in the right angle. But yeah, let's not worry about it. Blue. Yeah, problem with Blue's arrow is that it would probably hit Aelin as well. Which is a bit annoying. I could use this as a bit of an experiment, just to see what this Dance Macabre would do. Yes, it does take up our action. So it seems like we might be able to cast the spell. Oh, okay. I didn't realize this was an area you can actually stand on. But yeah, so if we just experiment by casting these guys down. Just want to see what these guys are all about. And perhaps maybe we can, you know, with the knowledge of what these guys are exactly, we might be able to, you know, make use of them in future. I mean, if anything, this gives the enemy another 4 targets to have to worry about, right? So it could be decent at the very beginning of a fight, like a very big fight, for instance, where we might be outnumbered.
What fools these mortals
Anywho,
be.
let's continue in this general direction. I think I might be able to get that. Or is the target blocked? No, hang on. Here we go. Very good. Alright. These ghouls. Can I unsummon all of the ghouls? Probably not. So we'll probably just have to wait for all of them to die. That's alright. Let's do a short rest.
Here I go.
So, despite all of that, we still haven't seen the barriers shut
No one
down.
back home will ever believe this.
So, I'm just thinking, is there anything else in this area? that we can interact with, perhaps,
On my
to
way.
shut them down. Maybe outside in the balcony? That takes us to the vaults. Ooh, okay. We'll send all of that to camp. This is the gas over here, right? So, if I press that again, will the gas stop? No, it just begins anew.
No time to rest.
Let me just quickly get rid of this. Is there anything that I can put on top of it? Maybe I can just use this cabinet. Can't really move it around very far, can I? I just didn't really want to take any damage with blue to try and shut this down. Whoops. No! Oh, man. Well, there goes that idea. Oh well. That's fine. Ye Folly of Cassus. I'm not sure if we read this. This ancient water-damaged tome is largely illegible, except for the following. Did Cassus, mystic, autodidact, in all his vainglory, disdainful as ever of received wisdom, proclaim that, crisis bound, he would safeguard the magic tapestry of all wizardry by supplanting the failing weave-god Mistril with another immortal guardian, wiser and stronger of mind. Who could that be? Asked the Netherese, amazed, and Cassus gave them reply. Who but I? Have I not mastered all spells that are known, and divers others that are not? Have I not forged this crown, thrice finialed, that shall convey into my brain-mind all the enchanted wisdom of Netheril? Yeah, indeed, and of Mistril herself I shall be so. Canst thou but wait, implored Lord Shadow, until... Yeah, I don't think we've seen that one. And let's just grab more of those ingots. Anything else interesting here? Okay. So... it's not obvious to me how we would shut this down. But I am going to take one last look outside to see if perhaps there's something that I've missed.
Seems simple enough.
Enchanted Me. I think we've definitely read that one. Artillery. Yeah, we pushed this one. and it fires like various fireballs outward. I'm sort of hoping to find, like, you know, hidden buttons or anything like that. Be warned. Dear staff, following from our meeting, be warned, officially never to touch Lororkin's magic buttons within the tower. He alone knows which is where and why, and any mistake could prove quite deadly. May Vomster rest in peace. Miklor. I think that's the second time we've heard of this Vomster. Didn't realize we can pick up all of this stuff. Or I wonder if there could be like a specific order that we need to push those buttons in. Anyway, I don't think I'm really getting anywhere here in this area. Let's just take a look once more. Got below, cleanup, security, bolts, which we've been to, and that's pretty much it. Okay, let's bring everyone together. And yeah, some of these ghouls don't even move around for whatever reason. But we may as well go back to the vault, because I think that's the best way for us to exit out of here. And we should be able to take the portal. Okay, so I know this is kind of a restricted area, but I'm hoping we can get like the entire party through. Speaking of the entire party, what has happened to the rest of the party? They got left behind, didn't they?
Whatever it takes.
Why? Why isn't the rest of the group going? I don't understand that. Okay, anyway, we do have everyone together. Just wait for the rest of the gang. There is the matter of the curse that we're trying to deal with as well, which I have a bit of an idea that I want to experiment with that curse.
Just on a few.
Okay.
Come on, open up.
Okay, so the idea is we want to just, like, sneak out of here. Like nothing ever happened. Yeah.
I don't need any attention right now.
Nothing ever happened.
Light on my feet.
Cool. Everyone seems to be okay I assume maybe these projections still say the same things?
Welcome back, dear patron. Remember that the great wizard... Let your knowledge determine your...
Okay, cool. So... yeah, things are still normal down here. In case we need to purchase stuff, obviously we can still have a chat with the projection down below. I am going to just go through this portal once more to bring us to the very top of the tower where Roland is, because, well, I haven't exactly forgotten about all of these opulent chests in all of these landings, and who knows, perhaps maybe there's something there related to what's going on down below. Okay, I missed this ornate letter. So I assume that Roland is not going to be too happy with us, like, taking stuff. Can't reach the destination? Oh. Why is that? Maybe it's because we've got too many people in the way.
Does this count as adventuring? I just want a little look.
Let's have a quick look. Laroakan, I have responded out of respect to my counselor, Balthazar, who advises me that you may prove a loyal ally in the coming fight. I understand you wish to know about the soul cage which binds the Night Song to me. Details I cannot and will not provide, but the magic itself is necromantic in nature. Designed by my aforementioned counselor, I hope your curiosity is satisfied. General Ketherick Thorm. Okay, so just as well he's dead. Alright. So I suppose maybe if we were, you know, aligning ourselves to a more evil playthrough,
These boots have seen
would make sense to ally ourselves with Laroakan.
What's inside?
Yeah, there are ladders and stuff that get us up to these landing areas, so we should take a look.
Don't want to draw.
And assuming no one can see us up here, so we can take all the things. What the hell is going on with Roland there? Wizards of Note, Laroakan, Editor's Edition. This book appears to be a bespoke edition, not mass-printed like others in the series. A note is affixed to the front page. Dear Sir, though I appreciate your attempt to contribute to our popular series, I'm afraid we are not accepting reader submissions at this time. Furthermore, I would recommend our fact-checker, Hope Candor, for your personal employ should you wish to attempt to publish this volume under a different name elsewhere. Kind regards, Embra Hoyle. I suppose maybe Laroakan, like, tried to submit a book written about himself. Or perhaps maybe he wrote the book. Right, let's go to the next landing. I think he's getting a little bit confused because there's maybe too many people in the way. I get these ghouls and everyone in the center.
I
So
wonder if the gods are watching me.
he's not spazzing out everywhere.
Alright, time to skulk about.
Okay, there are no chests up this way. Are there any other landings? No, maybe that's the only one. Okay. I mean, we got some stuff that might be semi-worthwhile. But there wasn't too much more. And no additional clues about those arcane barriers down below, so maybe I'll have a chat with Roland once more.
I won't hide behind lies and cheap tricks like Leroican. I will rule this tower as it should be. I swear it. Thank you, my friend.
Can you get rid of the barriers down below, by chance? Okay. Is there a... Oh yes, that's right. There is still a portal that we can just simply go through, right? I'm pretty sure we didn't miss anything. Let's go.
Let's see.
Alright, so that was a bit of an adventure for a couple of episodes being in this tower. And it was good.
Keep your hands to yourself. You're being watched.
Oh. What did I do? Something? I didn't even... Perhaps maybe I misclicked somewhere. My bad, my bad. A lot of goodies here, I have to say. Or the stout and sturdy. Oh yeah, we've seen that before. I don't think we've read those books. Can I just go back there and have a look? And I wonder if Tolna says anything different about the tomes that we've managed to read. Downfall of the Iron Throne. A top corner is folded down on one of the final pages. And with the downfall of Saravok, the city's mages' council was asked to make a memorable example of the Iron Throne, whose criminal headquarters squatted like a dire toad in the center of Baldur's Gate. Looming over the disgusted citizenry its thugs had so recently preyed upon. The council hastily convened, decided upon a dramatic demonstration of the city's rejection of the Iron Throne, and 17 of their number joined their magical powers in a 48-hour ritual that concluded by levitating the Iron Throne building from its foundation, conveying it across the docks and out over the deepest channel of Grey Harbor, where it was plunged beneath the waves and fog to be seen no more. And in this way, the most prominent symbol of the bloody reign of Saravok Anchev was obliterated. Oh, so they just lifted an entire, like, castle or whatever. The Dim-Witted Drow, Fables of Faerun. Long ago, in the city of Menzo Baranzan, a drow wizard called Zad studied magic in the Academy of Sorcery. Each 10-day, the Archmage would ask Zad to demonstrate his newfound skills, and each 10 days Zad would fail. Sorcery educates only the brightest of pupils, warned the Archmage. Your scholarship must improve, or you will be expelled. That very night, Zad slipped out of Menzo Baranzan to seek the hidden city of mind flayers, Orendol. The library there boasted the most complete body of knowledge in the whole of the Underdark. I'll learn about all that is and ever was, vowed Zad. The Archmage will have no choice but to keep me. Yet the longer Zad searched for Orendol, the more lost he became. His body weak and his stomach empty, Drow fell to the ground and reality faded. Zad awoke within a vast circular hall lined with tomes and tablets untold knowledge etched upon them. Orendal, I made it. I will know everything, he exclaimed. A wide smile crossed Zad's face. He barely noticed the tadpole wriggling just above his left eye. Yes, said a voice in Zad's head. Everything. Alright, I think it's time to go. Be keen to hear your thoughts, guys, on the stuff that we couldn't get to behind the barriers. And if we get the chance, then obviously I will come back and try to check on those things. So I think we should check out this area here, because that's where... Was that where Damon was? No, this is a completely different store altogether. Let's take a look.
Find all the remedy and alchemy ingredients you need at Bone Cloak's apothecary.
Cool. So if we need to buy ingredients, we can do so. Got the itch to wander. Bone Cloak. I'm putting together what looks to be a profitable fungus harvest expedition. You in the mood to join us and get out of the city for a while? I've got a hot tip about a fairy circle of natterjack toadstools in the Tolbrak forest. Should be enough for both of us. If you're interested, pack your fungus hunter gear and meet me at the end of the next 10 day at the Wailing Wave up the coast in Lathtarl's Lantern. I'll be watching for you. Dengo Toodlehood. Esteemed Apothecary Bonecloak, I've got myself into a fix and need some medicinal advice to get out of it. To deal with my spells for the last 9 months, I've been drinking a daily healing potion following a recipe I got from Baldur's mouth. Except I always double the sherry. The trouble is, it isn't working like it used to. My spells are coming back, and I'm afraid to increase the dosage because I saw what happened to Aunt Ballmeyer. What can you prescribe? I'll come by tomorrow for a little consultation. Bugs, Stillwater.
Interviews, politics, gossip, all of it gets in that.
I'll leave the entire party of ghouls and animals out there. We'll leave the summon out there as well. And let's just go in with the rest of the party. Oh, yes. Now I know. It's Balin. Yep. A lot of free stuff here. I mean, I'll take it. But yeah, I wonder if he's going to say anything about the end of their marriage. Don't sniff the specimen. In this debut work, Don't Sniff the Specimen, Professor Ollymuncle Shrewsbury lays out in languid detail his experiences cataloging the many plants and mushrooms he encountered along the highways and hereby woodlands of Faerun. He discusses the odd property of dagger root, which grows near dungeon entrances, bonecap, which blooms near corpses, the rich and dangerous alchemical properties of yellow musk, creeper, and much more. Gosh, this book is over 2,000 pages long, not including appendices. So, had they stuck together, perhaps maybe there would be a lot more that we could buy, and maybe not just like apothecary sort of ingredients. Don't swallow the specimen. The next chapter. The next entry. In his third work, Don't Swallow the Specimen, even if you have just had an overspiced curry and it looks like it might help. Professor Ollymuncle Shrewsbury lays out in languid details his experiences cataloging the many plants and mushrooms he encountered across the mischievous twilight forests of the Feywild. He reports the fact that weave moss, common to the Sword Coast, has its origin in the Feywild. which explains its tendency to germinate near sources of magic on Toril. The properties of the acorn truffle, when carefully inculated into the alchemy process, i.e. it can be used for a potion that allows the drinkers to speak to animals, and many more things besides over the stretch of... Now, that's simply ridiculous. 6,000 pages? Goodness me. I have a serious complaint. Management, Bone Cloak's apothecary. I have a complaint to make. I recently purchased, through Blathers, my butler, a potion that he was assured would help with Lord Whitburn's stiffness problem, but I gave Wit a double dose of your rigid quick cordial in his sherry last night, and it didn't help at all. I want my money back, and immediately. Unless maybe you have an alternative remedy that might help. You can talk to Blathers discreetly about it. He has my full confidence. Lady Madeline Whitburn. Ooh. One sec. Okay, sorry guys, I accidentally highlighted everyone and I was trying to figure out how to undo that. Alright. Bonecloak Apothecary's chest key. I mean, we can simply take it apparently.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
And we've got one thing here. Got the Shivering Fantids. Apothecary Dareth. I had another one of my spells the other night, what I call the Shivering Fantids, but I went to Dr. Fairwise and he says it's Thandal's paroxysm, and I need to get it treated right quick. The doc says I need to make an infusion with sublimate of antimony, I think he called it, and he said to hustle right over to you and see if you can sell me some. You were out when I came by, but I'm dropping this note to tell you what I need. I'll be back before your day is out to get that anti-money, or whatever it's called. I just hope you have it in stock. Clovia Throaks. Maybe we can take all the stuff here because we saved his life, and he's like, yep, you can have everything. Anyway, let's have a chat.
What? Look what the cat dragged in. Haven't seen you since you cleared up me old noggin in the Underdark. How you been?
Glad to see you up and about.
Thanks to you. If I hadn't run into you in that mushroom field, my old bag Dareth would have had me at her beck and call to this day.
Where is, well, we know where Dareth is. How are things in the city?
To quote you, I can't complain. I hear this and that about absolutists in the city and someone running around on a murder spree, but I haven't had any trouble. If I'm lucky, they'll go for Dareth next.
Sounds like a typical divorced couple. Well, I mean, it gives that divorced man vibe. Got any goods for sale?
Only the finest. And to thank you for your good help, I'll take a lot off the top. Just for you.
I mean, we'll have to see about that. I mean, he's got a lot of stuff here. So perhaps maybe I could, like, buy some of this stuff. We've got a little bit of gold, so...
A hero at heart.
Will, you're up. Oh yes, that's right. We've got his special hat in the hotbar.
What? How you been?
Alright, so let's grab all of that. That's pretty cheap, all things considered. So I'm just wondering if there's any of these that I would like to buy. Do I want to just straight up buy some healing potions? it might be a decent thing to do just to, you know, make sure that we've got a bit of a supply. Anything we can sell him straight away. I mean, we did pick up a few bits and pieces. Yeah, I think I may have had like quite a few bits and pieces still tucked away here because I was going to sell them until whichever trader I decided to sell them to no longer had any gold, so I forgot to stash them back away. I think that looks good. So let's just balance that. Yeah, okay, that's all of his gold for all of our stuff there, so I say that's a decent trade. Can we just end the conversation? No.
Nor should you. 'Tis a beautiful day to be alive.
Alright. And since he doesn't mind us, like, taking stuff, like, some of these, like, ornate plates and jugs and stuff we should take.
Buy Bone Cloak's potions, renowned for value and potency.
Yeah, so if Dareth was around, I wonder if she would be selling us, like, something else. And not, you know, potion related. There's a whole bunch of stuff back here as well, which I don't mind just taking a quick look at. Recipe of Elixir of Necrotic Resistance. Good day today, unexpectedly so. My condition is like this. I get a 10-day of my scaleless flesh atrophying from time to time, results in a day where the pain is actually bearable. I imagine the worst cancers are the same. Some days could almost fool you into believing you're healthy again. Anyway, I got some sweetly made and even sweetlier, not a word? I think not. Discounted hot chocolate in the Elsong Tavern. They know me by name. I asked after the details of my life. Yep, sorry, I'm just sort of looking at that sentence. I gave some obviated others. When a human, the same one I gave a dark vision elixir recipe to not so long ago, turned up, alive and kicking, and now wearing a much more appropriate expression than the dumb F grin I remember. I greeted him hello and bade him to join me. His name is Daimric, and he's been through the ringer. We spoke very politely together for an hour, and then amusingly for 2, and when he admitted he would indeed face a hideous necromantic foe upon the morrow, I sketched him the formula for an elixir of necrotic resistance, which would lessen the effects of that cruel damage upon his amiable body. For necrotic resistance, mix vitriol of black oleander with any supplement. Good day with all, and here's to another. Urban Exploration, the Undercity. Intrepid hobbyists who pursue the urban exploration of Baldur's Gate will find no greater challenge than that offered by discovering the dark realm beneath the city's streets. Everyone knows, of course, that the city's sanitation needs are served by extensive sewer tunnels through which water flows, carrying wastes downhill into Grey Harbor. Once you find your way into these sewers through one of the Round Street hatches, you will enter a noisome but intriguing domain, haunted mainly by the half-civilized kobold tribe that maintains the pipes and culverts, and somewhere, hidden in its far corners, the sewers are said to connect to the long-forgotten tunnels of the truly haunted Undercity ruins. It's thrilling to think about exploring that dangerous region, but for liability reasons, this author cannot recommend it. Potion of Mind Reading recipe. I've only just come back to myself. The pain radiating from my raw, scaleless body to my very bones left me entirely unable to sleep. By night 5 of ineffective treatment and total consciousness, I began to grow very... I feel the word paranoid. Doesn't quite cover the depths of that sensation. It was encompassing, sheathing me as if I were a sword and it my scabbard. I was positive that Nikros, my old friend, meant to kill me, as if the severity of my condition had become too much for him to bear to witness to. As if poisoning me would end my suffering. Most compelling was the fact that I have myself considered the possibility of ending things. Using this decoction, I made a potion that could reveal his thoughts, mingle a suspension of mergrass with any sublimate, and produce a potion of mind reading. Most horrifying of all, I found no murderous impulse in my friend's head, only pity. That's kind of sad. We've, been reading along about this Dragonborn, I assume, who's a bit of an expert at... Ooh. We'll take that. Bit of an expert at, crafting potions and elixirs. And that entry was kind of sad, though. I know he's trying to look for, like, an elixir or a potion that would, I think, help him with his, scale problem, if I'm not mistaken. Or chemical extracts. Don't know if I've read this. Before I go on a little trip, I want to show you one more thing, dear reader. Call it my slimy pink impression of the alchemical field. Each solution has one main extract. Whatever you mix it with just needs to have the right affinity. For example, a healing potion just takes salts of rogue's morsel, and most people will mix it with suspension of bullywug, but any suspension will do. The first extract is the most important. Left hand curled up in a claw of pain, now too hard to write. Want so much left to do, people to help, people to see, people to please with alchemy. Hurt driving me crazy, need to drink the poison while I'm still myself. For old time's sake, when in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of 3. Thrice the same ingredient form an extract excellent. Going to take my medicine now. Hot chocolate, it tastes just like hot chocolate. Wow. And I said all of that before reading this entry, which arguably is the saddest one in the entire series. So he ended up, taking his own life or something, by the sound of it. Maybe. Superior Potion of Healing recipe. So much for gentler days, hard to write with trembling through limbs and fingers, pain incredible. Astonishingly acute, seen by a physician. They declared me past my sell-by date and laughed. I've never met a doctor who laughed at their patients, and in the public forum of his hospital tent, the sound took on the quality of a wartime sawbones whose sanity has been snapped by horrors recently glimpsed. My condition, in which the scales of my dragonborn body naturally regrow only to slow painfully off before reaching their carapace hardening stage, is immensely rare and apparently immensely funny. My recent friendship, crafting, had numbed me, but the pain is back, oh yes. I must try the following decoction with my alchemy, or else risk going nights with no sleep, and more paranoid fevers in the fugue of agony. Salts of musk creeper added to any suspension produces a potion of superior healing, very potent and curative, and my last hope. It did not work, it didn't, and I hurt so badly, I hurt so badly. Anything else? Can we take the tomatoes? It says tomatoes, but we get apples from it. Oh, here, we've got tomatoes. We'll take it. Oh, there's even more out here. Oh my goodness. I mean... We'll take it. Oh, there's a hatch here. There's some kind of shouting. What's up this way? Oh, yes, yes, this is the House of... Is it the House of Hope? Can't remember the name of the house. I think the House of Hope is the one where we need to take Astarion to.
Maybe I need more pockets.
Okay, so let's take a look at all of this. On the Greater Healing Potion.
Go.
As an act of apology for the friend I snapped at the other day, I bought a round of hot chocolates and tried to teach them the useful art of making a strong curative potion. They looked at the recipe, the hot chocolate, and lastly, me. Then, they left without a word. Vituperative little shit. I don't know what that word means. Recipe for 1 greater healing. Extracts needed. Ashes of balsam, salts of chasm creeper, or gnarled tree bark of anything, really. Method. Oh, just mix them together in a big bowl. Who gives a damn? When in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of 3. 3 days living without pain would maybe cure this senseless brain. I've got to return to the platinum scale. Stop spending my time so frivolously and try something. Anything. I need this pain to be gone. I can't take it. Don't prod the specimen. In his second work, Don't Prod the Specimen, Professor Ollimuncle Shrewsbury lays out in languid detail his experiences cataloguing the many plants and mushrooms he encountered in the weird bioluminescent caverns of the Underdark. He propounds the bamboozling properties of the Timisk spore, the luminosity of the night light mushroom, the rarity of the Susur tree, preponderance of the charming myconid folk, who are sentient fungi, and much more for, golly gosh, gumdrops, 3,000 pages, and not including appendices. This guy seriously loves writing. Okay, so there is a second story, and then there's the hatch. Perhaps maybe we can go up the stairs first and see what's going on up there. Oh, I missed this chest. I mean, I don't suppose I can just simply lockpick this. I mean, it doesn't say he would be too angry if we, you know, took stuff from it. Just in case, we'll do it while crouched. Okay. Yeah, let's go upstairs first, and then we'll come back to that hatch. Dareth's journal. I know I'm no saint, never have been, and though I've always had a sharp tongue, if you asked me, I'd have told you I don't have a mean bone in my body. Not really mean anyway. But look at the sorry sack of shit I have become. I guess being married to Balin for so long left more of a mark than I thought. Even Balin, when his fury came on him, never left me more than bruised, but now I feel broken. And why? For the love of Dumathoin? Balin is healed. He got his mind back in the Underdark, and he is his old self. And I guess that's the problem. When he was addled, I could blame our problems on his befuddlement, and how angry it made him and me. Now he's back to his old self, and his old self isn't someone I want to be around. Yeah. Sad outcome. Again. The consequences of our actions. But I suppose the other thing is just, you know, it didn't sound like she was too happy with the status quo. But I suppose maybe she would have been happier with the status quo rather than having Balin cured. I think that's it. I didn't miss anything up here, did I? Let's go back down and let's check out that hatch and we'll see what's going on in there. Maybe he's got a hatch because he's growing like mushrooms and stuff as well, so he needs like a dank environment. Let's play it safe here and let's just gather up all of our minions. And that way, if we do get into some form of combat,
can't keep me out.
This looks kind of suspicious. Like there could be a way to open this, maybe. But I'm not getting any checks or anything, so maybe I'm overthinking things. Nothing hidden away by stuff. Oh. Yep. Okay. Let's open this first. Counting house safe number 3. So we keep finding safe keys from various locations, and I suppose maybe they all have some kind of business with the counting house, because I assume the counting house is like some kind of a bank, basically. Maybe they keep all of their valuable stuff there, or at least some of it. Okay, let's flip this, and let's see what happens. Whoa. It's a lot of stuff. Let's bring in the rest of the gang. Just in case, you know? And we'll park everyone here. There is a notice back here which I completely missed. Preparing brews. F off. Ooh! Oh, I forgot about those things. Totally forgot about those things. These bibberbangs. We'll come back to that one. Still one more. Very small one. Right, while we're waiting, we could probably just pick up a few things here and there. Ooh, that's actually worth a decent amount.
Let's have a look.
Extracts, the rule of 3. Have we? Yeah, I think we have read this. This is like one of the first ones that we've seen in the entire series. A letter from the healer. My Lady Bonecloak, after examining your husband's condition, it seems clear that he's suffering from a degeneration of cognitive capacity that is quite treatable with the mushroom noble stalk. As I know your shop to do considerable trade in the fungus, I expect him to be healed imminently. Congratulations on this happy news, Dr. Haggerty. But then, what I'm unsure of is whether or not she knew that... Well, she knew that that was the cure, but then, like, did she have access to some of those mushrooms already, considering what we're finding down here? Okay, let's grab everything else. Barkskin recipe. Frivolity gave me a glimmer of hope today. I took precious time away from research into the platinum scale to help a gnome. Her guinea pig was trapped in bramble and briar, and the gnome wanted something to toughen her skin. I helped her, and the gnome kissed my raw, scaleless hand and left in good cheer. Recipe for 1 elixir of barkskin. I think we've read this one, to be honest. Let's not worry about it. Okay, that's everything over here. Let's continue on. Just get rid of all of these. This almost seems like an extension of the Underdark, somewhat, but I don't think it is connected in any way. I think it's just them sort of cultivating mushrooms in a similar environment. I feel like there's stuff in this wooden box that I might be able to reach, or maybe not. Earth grenade. I'm just trying to see if there's anything hidden away, but it doesn't look like it. Let's just wait until these fumes die down. A rusty dagger. Why would he keep that there? Balin's alchemical notes. No way to get this blasted potion right, what with Dareth knocking around the place. Bloody cow sweeps like she's getting paid to wreck my head. Maybe mugwort. Maybe Amanita. Must send Dareth on the hunt. Another failure. And rent due. Or to send her out on the street. Jeez. Yeah, he's definitely not the greatest husband, is he? I think that's it. Hopefully I haven't missed anything, but we're going back out, I think. And we are going to be moving on to check out the rest of the lower city.
Yeah, but I dared you first.
Nothing's happening. Oh shit, that was 4 times, wasn't it?
Okay. He's sort of like screaming at something. I mean, we will go out there eventually, but let's not worry about it for now. I haven't spoken to this pretty yellow breath.
Can you believe it? They removed the Baldur's Mouth puzzle section. That was the best bit. And for what? An interview with some lord. I don't care what he's done. I just want my letter games back.
Yeah, the letter games are probably much better anyway, compared to Gortash's interview. There are these people out here, which we haven't spoken to. And yes, I did say that we should go through this street and just check out whether or not there's anything interesting.
She's really going for them, isn't she? Quite impressive, really.
Do you mind? I'm in the middle of an interrogation.
Don't look down your nose. It's got to be done. Followers of the Absolute are everywhere.
Okay, they think these guys could be cultists.
Those agents of the Absolute aren't going to act themselves. Now leave me to do my job, eh?
Look, we weren't doing nothing, all right?
I suppose you think we are working for the Absolute too?
Definitely the first signs of oppression going on here. What with the Baldur's Mouth doing its thing as well. Okay, I don't think there's really anything that we've missed, hopefully. That's the wine place, the wine festival. Wait a sec. Have we been in here? I don't think we have we? I think we ought to, you know, at the very least, take a look. Okay, I'm just looking at the time here. We've definitely gone over an hour already, so I reckon I'm gonna take a break before we continue moving further, but once we do, we will take a look at Highberry's home, and then we shall go... I really want to try and get to the foundry, so we're going to try and take some roads that will lead us further down that way. Just looking at what's available on the way. Stone Lord at the counting house, and Minsk, obviously. So we'll try and get to that. I'm keen on checking out the Hag survivors as well. Hopefully that'll happen in the next episode. Anyway, signing out here. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Drop me a like if you did. As usual, looking forward to those comments. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.